It's November 17th, 2021, and on November 19th, 2021, there's going to be a lunar eclipse. It's going to happen early in the morning. It's going to peak around 4 a.m. I'm going to set the telescope up tonight. That way, during the lunar eclipse, it will be ready. We're going to look at what causes the lunar eclipse. We're going to look at what to look for during a lunar eclipse. We're going to look at how long the lunar eclipse occurs. The night the lunar eclipse occurs, I'm going to capture the whole thing on the time-lapse camera. I also have a telescope that I'm going to use to capture the lunar eclipse. Is that a frog? Oh my god, there's a frog. Oh, there's a frog. What? There's a little frog bouncing around on the garage. Alright, so I'm going to go set the telescope up right now. So let's go ahead and take a look. So now that I have the telescope ready, let's take a look at what a lunar eclipse is. I'm going to recreate the lunar eclipse and what's happening during the lunar eclipse. This globe of the Earth will represent the Earth. This globe of the Moon will represent the Moon. The spotlight will represent the Sun. This is the setup for a lunar eclipse. The Earth is in between the Sun and the Moon, and the Earth's shadow is cast on the Moon. I'm going to spread these out on different tables, and we're going to see what the lunar eclipse is going to look like. So now that I have the sun set up over there on that table, that will provide the light from the sun that will cast the shadow on the Earth. Now we'll use this moon to cast the shadow on. That will represent the lunar eclipse. The Earth always casts the shadow, except for most of the time, it's just cast into outer space. The moon orbits the Earth every 28 days. The reason why there's not a lunar eclipse every month is because the moon is inclined at about a 5-degree angle. Most of the time, the moon misses the Earth's shadow. Sometimes it will orbit into the Earth's shadow. There are two parts to the Earth's shadow. The umbra is the darkest part. The penumbra is the outer shadow. A penumbral eclipse is when the moon orbits into the penumbra. A partial lunar eclipse is when the moon orbits partially in the umbra. A total lunar eclipse is when the moon fits perfectly in the umbra of the Earth. The lunar eclipse on November 19th is a partial lunar eclipse, but it is covered 97% by the umbra of the Earth. Only half the world can see a lunar eclipse because you can only see it, well, at nighttime. The side facing the sun won't be able to see it. Now let's see what we're looking for during this lunar eclipse. So from the Earth, you would see the shadow of the Earth crossing the moon. It's the night before the eclipse. I'm just outside getting the time-lapse camera set up. Moon is visible right now. It's just about to be a full moon.
It's a right, but it's a full moon tonight. That is the shadow of the Earth. Whoa! Look up! It's like whoa! It's like it's a crystal. Oh, it's going back again. Let's see it. Oh my God! You can still see part of the moon.
In a few minutes, it's going to
did it go?
Look, you can even see it up there.
Take the picture.
Hey, it's red.
Come on, it's happening. Hurry, hurry, it's coming out.
Hurry!
Stop, stop, stop.
What? Stop!
So the lunar eclipse just happened. So just initial thoughts. It did turn red, even though it was only at 97%. Wasn't a total eclipse, but pretty close to it. It's been a couple years since I've seen one turn red like that, so it was really spectacular. Like I love seeing these celestial events like this. So glad I got to share with my family. It's about 4:15. I'm gonna go inside right now. I'm really tired and really cold, but totally worth it.